Hey everybody, this is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's dad. Thanks for joining me again in one of my weekly uncopyable ramblings. And since the election, it just seems like more marketing lessons keep kind of popping up, either that I think about from the election or have happened since the election. There are things that we can talk about, and so I'm going to talk about that today. But before I do, I want to kind of go back to my last program, which I talked about. Be the club that you want, that your prospects and customers want to be a member of. And I talked about Disney, Disney's D23 and what they do for their members. And remember, I said that D23 is kind of for the adults of the Mickey Mouse Club, the people who are still very passionate about Disney, everything about Disney, primarily like Disney World, the club of being from the Mickey Mouse Club era and growing up and still loving Disney, which I do. I don't know about the rest of you. I love Disney. It's also just a fantastic place to go study for ideas for business and things like that. But anyway, since last week, I got another thing in the mail from them. First of all, they sent me two free passes to any Disney movie that is showing. I don't know when it expires. I think it's like 6 months or something like that. It says here, because we aren't able to visit every city to host screening. They host screenings in the cities for the D23 members. And they said, since we aren't able to visit every city, we hope that these tickets allow you to enjoy a movie on us. So that's worth something right there. And then I also got my magazine. Now, let's see, look at this. Look at this. This is quite the magazine that comes from them. Let me open this up and pull this out. And you can see that this is this is a heck of a magazine. You talk about glossy, and stuff, and lots of stories on the inside. Very, very colorful. Lots of pictorials and things. But and it's in historical stories. Historical stories. I guess that's what it is. And pictures and things like that. Plus interviews and upcoming movies like the Rogue. The Star Wars. What is it called? Rogue series. Anyway, on the back they've got good old who on the back. Can you see that without the light? Let me see if I can do that without the light. Anyway, it's the back of Darth Vader. So anyway, just something else to show you that what they send in their information and in their communications with their D23 members. Part of the $75 membership every year. If you're not a member, I suggest that you join them, if for no other reason than to just study them. So anyway, like I was saying, that the election, since the election, interesting thing has been going on here is that it seems like President-elect Trump has been kind of confusing everybody, not only people who did not vote for him, but for people who did vote for him, that we're not really getting the same messages now since the election that we got before the election. In other words, what he said to us to get him elected is not exactly how he's behaving right now, because we do know he was very strong in saying that Hillary should go to jail, and since then he's backtracked quite a bit, saying, oh, Hillary's not so bad, maybe she had a rough time going through the election and everything like that. He's sort of backtracked on the wall. He said that he's going to definitely build this wall. Mexico's going to pay for this wall, and he's sort of backtracked on that. Now, I'm not saying he's backtracked on everything, but it just seems like that there are mixed messages coming out of that. And so something that we as business people and marketers need to be paying attention to is that we need to deliver what we sell. And now I'm not questioning Trump or anything like that, because obviously, we're still very, very early. He's not president yet. He's still just president-elect. We still want to wait and see what's going on, because it remains to be seen how all of this plays out with him. But strictly from a business perspective, if I take a look and I ask myself the question, okay, am I really walking my talk So when I go out and I try to generate new customers and communicate with people out there, am I promising them something that really ultimately I am not going to deliver to them? Am I promising them the best customer service on the planet? And how is that defined? Is it a nebulous statement that we're making, or is it a very specific statement that we're making that this is what we are going to do better than anybody else? And then are we delivering on that? So that's a question that I think we all need to ask ourselves, is that are we walking the talk, and in delivering to our customers, our current customers and our new customers, are we delivering to them what we are actually selling to them in advance? Just something to be thinking about this week, and we'll see how the rest of the getting ready for President Trump to come in, how that plays out. But it's certainly opened up my eyes to asking myself the question: am I actually delivering what I'm selling to my customers? So that's it for this week. Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's dad, marketing gunslinger. Thanks for joining me. If you like this, please share it. Okay, please send it out to everybody you know. Please tell me that you like it, and I'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and until then, always remember, be uncopyable. Thanks.